Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're talking about Bitcoin, between a rock and a hard place. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Also check out the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. Let's go ahead and jump in. So since yesterday, we've had a bit of a rally off the 20-week SMA. Again, we are actually fighting to be above the 21-week EMA. Okay, another $100 or so, and we may be closing above the 21-week EMA as well. So this is going to be an important part, an important line in the sand to watch as we come into our weekly close. The reason I'm making this video is because in the last one we didn't mention the 8-week at all. Okay, and I want to mention it in this one as a area of interest. Okay, the reason is because during the last leg over here, we were able to stay above the 8-week for the entire leg. Okay. And what we said a couple months ago was that, all right, well, if we get above the bull market support band, we'd like the most bullish scenario that's realistic is to come back to the bull market support band and hold it as support on the weekly time frame. But I would say that a slightly less realistic scenario is still theoretically possible, right? It's still theoretically possible at this point. Now, we'll know within 12 hours, or within 8 hours, I guess, from the time that I'm making this video, if we're going to close above it or not, because we get the weekly close here in about 8 hours, and the 8-week moving average is around 47.2K. So if Bitcoin can rally $4,000 before the weekly close, then we will still technically not have a weekly close below the 8-week moving average, and this will just be one long wick. Now, is that realistic? Well, I would say it's certainly not the most probable scenario to play out at this point, considering we'd have to go up $4,000 within 8 hours. But I mean, hey, crazier things have happened before, right? If we close below the 8-week, okay, if we close below the 8-week and above the bull market support band, so if we close somewhere in say this area, okay, then what we're looking at is being in this same area that we were in September and in October of last year. Okay, so below the 8-week, but above the bull market support band. And then what would likely happen if this scenario plays out, if it plays out again, then we're probably going to get squeezed a little bit between the 8-week and the bull market support band, because the 8-week, if we keep closing below it, the 8-week moving average will start to roll back over. But if we keep closing above the 20-week, then it'll start to roll back up. And then what will then likely happen is the Bitcoin price will get squeezed between these two moving averages, and then we'll just have to see which way are we going to break. Are we going to break back above the 8-week moving average and go on another leg to our journey, or are we going to go back down below the bull market support band for another lull in the market? But I wanted to bring this to your attention. We have about 8 more hours. Let's see where we close. Obviously, the most incredibly bullish scenario would be closing above the 8-week. Doesn't seem to be a very likely scenario. We'll keep an eye on it though. At the very least, we would like to close above the 20-week, okay? So the very least above the 20-week. Bonus points if we're above the 21-week EMA. And I mean, the cherry on top if we're above the 8-week by the end of the week, okay? So this is what we're looking for. Make sure you subscribe. We'll do an updated video tonight and talk about, okay, where are we now that we've had this new weekly close. So make sure you subscribe. Click the bell icon to turn on notifications. I will see you next time. Bye.